Hi everyone, it's Michelle. Welcome back. So, it's hard to believe, but it's already the end of February, so it's time for monthly favorites. And as I sat down to make this video, I realized that because of the videos I've done this month, I've talked about a lot of the same products over and over again. So, I didn't want to do that today because you guys have heard me talk about some of my favorite items quite a bit this month. So I thought I would talk about some products that I use, some of them every day, and I haven't talked about them either lately or, I don't know, maybe never. So I thought I would share those products with you today because some of these are everyday products for me. And then a couple of them are just ones I really like and use often. So let's jump in and get started. The first few items are some MAC items. And, well, let's just jump right in and get started. The first one is a mascara by MAC, and I use this mascara every day on my lower lash line, and it is the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. So this is the MAC mascara with the very slender brush. So it's got, you know, a very slim brush, which makes it very easy for getting all of the lashes on your lower lash line without sort of, for me, without getting it, you know, all over underneath my eyes. So I really like this. It doesn't flake off during the day. It doesn't seem to run at all on me. So I really like it. I'm not as crazy about it on my upper lashes, although it's a really nice mascara even on your upper lashes. If I'm going to use this on my upper lashes, I layer this. I almost like this almost like a primer because the brush is so small, it really does allow you to get all the little lashes, and so I will tend to put this on first and then go with whatever mascara I'm gonna wear, because then I can see all my little lashes and it's easier to get all of them when I'm using a bigger brush. So I use this every day on my lower lashes every day, and a lot of times I will use it to sort of prime my lashes. So again, it's the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. That's a lot of name for a mascara. The next item is another product I use every day, and this hasn't been a favorite for that long, I would say a few months, but it's a MAC brush, and it's the 242 brush, which is just a flat shader brush, as you can see. These brushes are great for laying down color on the lid. You can pack color on the lid very easily with these. You can use them for cream products or powder products. I use this every day for packing color on my lid. And the other thing it's great for is because it's flat and I believe it's synthetic, it really does help me like smooth down my lid. So because I'm more mature, I do get some crepiness on my lids, and this is great for smoothing that down as well. So, you know, I know there's a lot of positive talk and negative talk about MAC brushes, and while I don't love all of them, I certainly love this one, the 242, and it's a really good size for packing color on the lid as well. So love this brush. And my last MAC item I'm going to talk about is not something I use every day, but it is something I use a lot, and it's a pigment. And I am not a fan necessarily of using pigments. I think they're messy. You know, they're just messy, and they can take a little longer to work with because you have to be so careful with them. But the color tan, which I think is a little bit of a rosy tan. Here's a swatch of it. I swatched it before so it wouldn't be so difficult. It's just a beautiful, warm, it's almost like a rosy tan. On my lids, sometimes it's even copper looking. So I'm wearing this on my lids today. I wear it a lot on my lids. This is a great sort of single color, single shadow look because it has some good dimension to it, but it wears really nicely. This was the first MAC pigment I bought. Like I said, I don't own a lot of pigments because I'm not the hugest fan of them, but this one I use all the time. It's such a me color, and it really does bring out my blue eyes. So if you're a blue-eyed girl, you should own MAC Tan. You can use it wet, you can use it dry. I typically apply it with this, whether I'm using it wet or dry. Today I used it dry, but you can use it wet and it's even more metallic and more intense. I don't really necessarily need that, but I really, really do enjoy it. It almost can look copper on me. It's really pretty. So I use this quite a bit. The next product I'm going to talk about is a foundation, and as I was sort of going through my stash, cleaning things out, getting rid of things, I sort of rediscovered this foundation. and I absolutely love it. I'm not sure why I ever stopped using it. It is the Dior Skin Nude Skin Glowing Makeup with Sunscreen. So it's the Dior Skin Nude Foundation. I wear the color, for those of you who want to know, I wear the color number 20. I've been wearing this a lot. It's a beautiful foundation. It is a little thicker. It's a black glass bottle with a pump. It's a little bit of a thicker formula to work with. It doesn't lay thick or heavy on the skin at all. It's almost like it's a medium coverage. I wouldn't call it full coverage. It's slightly buildable. I don't necessarily look for a full coverage in my foundations though. It has a little bit of SPF in it, 15, so not really enough. You still need to use sunscreen, but it does have a little bit in it. And it just lays beautifully on the skin. My favorite application method for this, just like most foundations, is the Beauty Blender. And I love it. I'm not sure why I stopped using this. Sorry, I don't want to blind you, but this is a great foundation. It wears for me beautifully all day, you know, like an 8-hour wear. I wouldn't call it, you know, 12, 14-hour wear, but it's definitely a good 8-hour wear, and it doesn't tend to break down in my T-zone or anything like that. I do set my T-zone with powder still, but this is a fantastic foundation, and I have been loving it. I don't know why I ever stopped using it. Love it. This is a product I use virtually every day as well, and it is a concealer. And a lot of you have asked me, you know, what my sort of holy grail concealer is, and I try all kinds of concealers, and I always come back to this, and it is the Chanel Corrector Perfection I think it's called Long Lasting or Long Wearing Concealer. And I wear the color 31, which is beige rose. It's a very pinky color, which is nice for under my eyes because it offsets the blue a little bit. Yeah, Corrector Perfection Concealer, and it is a long wearing. It's really nice. It is a doe foot concealer, you know, doe foot applicator. This is really, really nice. One of these will last me probably 6 months. This is my favorite under eye concealer, and I do use it if I need it other places on my face. But for under eyes, this does not crease if you set it. It's very lightweight, but pretty good pigmentation. Now, I don't have super dark circles, but I have darkness under my eyes. So I use the Armani Master Corrector, and then this is the concealer I use virtually every single day. I just had to repurchase. Love it. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is an eye cream. So I have been, one of the things I've talked about is that I've been sort of trying to use up products in my skincare stash, but this is a product that I'm not necessarily trying to use up because I started using this a few months ago, and I love it. And I do think, the reason I want to talk about it is I do think this is making a difference. So it is the SkinMedica, what is this called? TNS Eye Repair. So it comes in a little jar like this. That's the only thing that I'm not crazy about. I wish this came in a pump. I prefer not to have to open the jar all the time, but this is an anti-aging eye cream, and what do I think it's done for me? Here, I'll show you. I've used about 3/4 of the jar. It's almost gone. It's just it's a fairly emollient cream. It's not thick like a balm, but it's pretty thick, but it wears fine under makeup, and although I do tend to use this at night. For me, it has definitely, like, I have seen smoothing of the skin right here, and I swear just a hint of tight, it's just a hint tighter. Now, I know a cream is not going to tighten everything up. You know, I'm going to need to do a little bit more than that, but this I do feel has really changed the way my skin looks right here, and that it's ever so slightly more lifted, or firmer or something. And like I said, it's been almost 3 months, I think, since I've been using this on a daily basis. And I love it. So if you're curious about this, you can get this, like, typically if you have a local Medi-Spa or something, they may sell the SkinMedica brand, but if you want to buy it online, Brianna Stanko, who has a YouTube channel, she does sell this on her Premier Look site. She didn't send this to me. That isn't where, you know, I acquired this elsewhere, but I'd like to help a girl out. The other reason I wanted to talk about this is I think it's fantastic. It has, you know, I do feel like it has made a big difference for me, and This is not a you know, eye creams are expensive, but this is not like a $200 or $300 expensive eye cream. I think this runs, I think it's right like $100. And Brianna always has a discount code, so I'll put that information here, and I'll put her site info below if you're interested. I don't get anything if you go there and buy it. I just like to help a girl out, and this, I think, is an amazing product. So it's called TNS Eye Repair, and the TNS, the SkinMedica TNS, the TNS is their, you know, their proprietary growth hormone technology. And if you want to read more about that, you can go to their website. But I do think this is really making a difference. And I think for an eye cream, it's pretty affordable in terms of higher end eye creams. Yeah, so I would highly recommend the SkinMedica TNS Eye Repair. I love this. This is this will be hard for me when I finish this, when it's time to try and use up some of the eye creams in my stash. This will be hard for me to let go of. I may actually always keep this for evening and use some of my other ones during the day or something, because I do feel like this has made a pretty big difference in kind of how the skin around my eyes looks, especially to me. I kind of wish I had done before and after pictures, but who knew that it was going to be like work so well? And I do feel like this is the one thing that's changed. So I'm loving this. So yeah, that is it for my favorites for this month. Please, if you have things that are favorites for you, or that you use all the time and don't necessarily, you know, talk about as favorites because they're not new and exciting, please list them below. I love to hear, you know, what everybody else's favorites are. So that is it for today. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, and I will talk to you all again soon.